To add a housekeeper into your SuperControl account, within Admin, in Housekeepers, you will find the Add Housekeepers page. Within here, you will set the contact details and the email address you will use to correspond with them. You can decide whether you would like them to be notified as soon as a booking is submitted on the website, and likewise when a booking is cancelled. It's important to set the password field if you plan to pass on the housekeeping login area to your housekeepers. If you're using our agency level package, then you can also set a housekeeper to be added as a supplier. Moving further down the screen, you will see we have an email subject and body. And this is the email that will go sent to the housekeeper when you send them their housekeeping report. Their arrivals and departures will be attached to this email. Now, you can set the email to be individual for each housekeeper, or once you save an email for one housekeeper, you will see there's an option that appears underneath your email where you can copy that to all the other housekeepers that you're going to add. At the bottom, View Options, this is where you can decide what you would allow the housekeeper to see when they log in. One of the handy functions within here is the clean status. So you can set that this is enabled, so you'll see here we have this set to show. And what that means is when the housekeeper has cleaned a property, they can set that by logging in, and that will feed through so you can see if the property is ready or not. At the bottom of the screen, you have a save button, and if you'd like to send the login details to the housekeeper at this point, tick the box and then save. Once you've added all of your housekeepers, by going to edit your housekeepers, you'll be able to see them all within here. At any time, you can find the URL for the housekeeping login at the top here. So if you have a housekeeper in the future that will be having problems logging in, you can use this URL along with their email address and the password to test that that is working. Once you've saved all of your housekeepers, they will be listed below. We only have one housekeeping company saved in our test account here, SuperControl Cleaning, but if you had many, they would be listed individually as a list. The next stage we need to do is allocate the housekeeper to the property that they are looking after. Now you can either do that by going to Properties and Edit and going into the property that way, or you will see on this screen we have a quick link to each of the properties we have in our account. So from here we can click to go straight into the property that that housekeeper will look after, and that will take us into the settings page of the property. And if we scroll down, we can see here the housekeeper, and we just need to select the housekeeper that looks after this property. If it's more than one housekeeper, you can press the Control key and highlight others. Below that, you'll see that we've enabled the clean status for this housekeeper. So you have the freedom in here, perhaps if the housekeeper had phoned you to say that they've finished cleaning the property, you can set the clean status here. And you also have the option to set whether the property is occupied. So, for example, if we said that this property was cleaned and it was now going to be occupied, we would save what we've done at the top of the page here. And what that will do is it will update on our main property edit page. So if we go to Properties and Edit, you'll be able to see now for this property we have the clean status showing that it's cleaned and that it's occupied. And this would be the same if the housekeeper had set this themselves through their login area. You would come in here and you could see that this has been updated, which is handy if you have early arrivals. Coming back to the Edit Housekeepers page, you'll be able to see the global view options at the bottom here. So earlier I mentioned for showing and hiding certain information within the housekeeping login area, you can set that individually per housekeeper, or you can do it globally. If you would like to view your housekeepers you've added, you just need to click Edit and that will take you into the screen. And from here, what you can do is you can impersonate the housekeeping login area. And as you can see, it's a very slimmed down version of what you have from the admin side. The housekeeper has the option to have the freedom to select their own dates, so they can look 2 weeks into the future, or they can look at the whole future if they'd like to. They can narrow this down by property if they look after many properties, and you will see below a breakdown of their report. So here we have a few arrivals, and the housekeeping notes will pull through in here. Likewise, any extras that you've enabled the housekeeper to be notified about, and any of your custom questions that you ask your guests during the booking process. Your housekeepers also have access to the daily report, which is very similar to the housekeeping report that you have within the admin side. The housekeepers can also find the booking. So for example, if they have finished cleaning a property, they can find the booking number within the Add Booking Notes section and set the clean status within here, and that will feed through to your property edit page.